Hello, ladies and gents. I have to admit, all this shitstorm that's been swirling over our heads lays quite heavily on me as well. But at the end of the day, this channel is dedicated to the players and not the company. If anyone's interested on my thoughts at all, I've published a post about it on my Facebook page just earlier today. And with that said, it's time to get back to your awesome games. Now we have had a lot of crazy carries on the channel already, but never one that would have been fought on the brink of destruction from start to finish. Let's watch together a great carry then, with a huge amount of fail from the enemy team as an added bonus. Got your attention? Then check this out. Alright, so here we are in our A44, this time around in a standard battle on Overlord, aka the D-Day map. And don't you worry, this one will certainly not be about jumping on top of each other from those cliffs over there. So, if we have a very quick look at the matchmaking, we can see that we are in a godlike position right now. We are one of the very few tier 7s in the match, and we are actually platooned up with 2 A44, so that makes us even stronger in this kind of a matchup. So really, if you are something as powerful as a top tier medium in this kind of a match, you certainly are expected to carry, and we most certainly will. Now of course, if this would be quite simply 2 guys in a top tier platoon murdering a bunch of lower tier tanks, we would not be watching this video. This one's all about our hero making an almost catastrophic mistake and then making an absolutely amazing recovery from it with the active help of the enemy team. But let's not run ahead of ourselves. Now you can see how much we have to expose ourselves as we slam a really nice one into the T-37. So we had to go completely over the ridgeline there, and that's because this thing only has a ridiculous 3 degrees of gun depression. Now the low profile of it certainly helps to mitigate this to an extent, but in general, ridgelines and any kind of terrain apart from completely flat is basically the arch nemesis of this machine. We have to avoid the artillery. Remember, this match was actually played in the very last days of patch 9.17.1, so that Hummel on the enemy team, who is already on 1 kill, as we snap the second one in the T-37, taking him out. So yeah, that Hummel, who was already on 1 kill and who did just try to take a dump on us, would still hurt like an absolute beast, would he be able to hit us. T-43 there, prime target, top tier enemy medium. Now we take a snapshot, but then again this thing is really bad at taking these snapshots on the move. Horrible accuracy with 0.43 meters dispersion, very long game time as well with over 3 seconds. So yeah, this thing has not a lot going for it. Well, it has a couple of things. It has a really punchy gun, as we successfully managed to bounce off the tier 5 medium tank's ass, and we have quite a bit of armor. However, that armor can certainly be penetrated, as we are very soon going to find out. As we try to go all in on the T-29, however we are losing half of our hit points. We get set on fire as well. We have to use our repair kit, and remember, consumables are gone in this patch once you use them. So yeah, that was one horrible encounter for nothing. We didn't do a single point of damage ourselves, and we lost more than half of our hit points really. The bloody Chinukai gets another shot into us, bringing us down to about a third of our hit points, and our teammate is dead as well, so that was quite a catastrophe there. And if that would not be worse enough, the Cromwell is trying to finish us off. managed to get one shot in. And we managed to bounce the second one. Will we be able to smack one more in? Yes, we are. However, he lands another one. And that brings us down to 11 hit points. Basically, even if we grind into one of our teammates, we are out of this match. So, yeah, that doesn't really leave a lot of room to maneuver in this match. And things are looking really grim. We are actually down by 5 tanks at this point. The enemies are leading with 8 kills compared to our 3. So this is pretty much lost at this stage. Or is it? Well, what's for certain is that we just can't afford to make any more mistakes, as it seems our Hummel makes a huge dump on the Black Prince, as we get more than 600 spotting damage by him. But we are not out of the water yet. We are down by 6 tanks at this stage. The enemy team is controlling most of the map, and they are controlling the middle as well, from where they can really just police that ridge and take shots at us, so we are forced to pull back from here down to the lower grounds, and we are getting squeezed in more and more. There seems to be an opportunity though. There is a one-shot Black Prince there behind that rock, who is currently trying to fight it out with the IS, so hopefully we can sneak up on that guy. He seems to be currently engaged with the IS, and with a lovely shot in the side, we are finally securing another kill after the early kill on the T-37, bringing our team at least a little bit closer to the enemy team score. Flag was in the back, under heavy fire as well. And he's indeed out, and that means now it's only down to us, the Hummel, and an IS at this stage. So 3 versus most of the enemy team, really. Seems Cromwell is back to finish the job that he started. Now that guy's a one-shot for us, but we are certainly a one-shot for everybody on the enemy team as well, so have to be ultra careful here. And with only 3 degrees of gun depression, even a tiny bit of mistake will reveal enough of our tank so they can go through. Now, we certainly have to rely on our armor here, as we managed to put one in. No, that was a good shot. Unfortunately, it just chips the ridgeline there, so the Chinook gets away once again. So in order to get through this, we will really have to use our armor here. Now luckily there aren't any tier 7 tanks left on the enemy team, and tier 6s and tier 5s, if they hit the front of our tank, we will be able to bounce a fair bit of them. Of course, with these many tanks on the enemy team, as the Chinook makes a big mistake there, allowing us to take a huge chunk out of him. So, as there are so many tanks, if they flank us, we are pretty much dead. That could be a costly miss. Come on. Cromwell is choking the shot, fires into the hull, and that allows us to reload and then put one straight through the side of him. What is this Chinook doing? He's just reversing out of cover, allowing us to reload again, and this thing has quite a long reload actually, 10 seconds without cruise kills and equipment. So those guys really messed this one up. Even if one of them choked, the other one could have just simply gone in for the kill. They didn't though, so that means now we actually have a little bit of a breathing space. And by the way, as we finished off the Chinook, we were in a 1 versus 6 situation, now reduced to a not much better 1 versus 5, especially on 11 hit points. So let's see what's left on the enemy team. There is a Hummel on 2 kills, and that guy can splash us to death even if he lands anywhere near us. There is also an AMX-12T, a very dangerous tier 6 autoloader, at least dangerous in this kind of a matchup, who was last spotted on this side of the map, so I'm guessing that's probably why we are coming back here, to see if the enemies are now trying to swarm the cap, maybe if we can catch a glimpse of that 12T. However, we don't see anyone and we don't seem to get spotted either, so that's quite interesting actually. You would expect the enemy team to make a move at this stage. But nothing as of yet. It's quite weird. Then we have an STRV M42, a rather nifty machine, although at tier 5 we certainly will have trouble going through our frontal plate, a Type T34 and a Skoda T24, so all machines that we really should be able to shred ourselves and should be able to bounce quite a lot of times. But being on 11 hit points, this is still far away from being 1. They only need to get lucky once, and we need to take 5 of them out still. Alright, so Skoda T24 has been spotted. I don't think we have been spotted there, which is amazing news. So at least now we know one of them is there. Oh, I think with that move we were spotted. Yes, we were. So now they all know that we are down here on the beach. And now we are pretty much cornered down here as well. There is no way we can escape this. So let's see who is the first customer. I really hope we will not be jumped from up top there from the cliff. As funny as it is, that would be really a shame to go out like that. Alright, nothing yet from here. Oh no, never mind, there we go. AMX-12T making an approach. He misses one. He still have plenty of shells left though. Come on, angle that tank. He fires again on the move. We smack one in. He misses the third one as well. He bounces the fourth. What is that guy doing? He misses again. Wow. Those were like 4 or 5 misses and a bounce. Well, so much for probably the biggest threat there from the enemy team. He really should have just taken the shot, driven straight up to us, and then smacked one right in the side. Oh well, if they are content on making a mistake, we certainly won't be complaining. Now the gun depression did troll us once again. We are wasting costly time here. Oh, there is somebody above, so we have to maneuver to avoid being shot in the back by him. And now we have to go after this STRV M42, who actually switched to HE here in frustration, and oh, even from the side, unable to go through, completely murdered that guy. And the Skoda did decide to come down instead of trying to take on us from above. However, this thing certainly hasn't got a lot of things going for it. We are a damn good side scraper, especially against a tier 5 machine. And that easily, most of the enemy team is down. Now we only have to hunt the artillery, but then again, he still could sail this one home from them. And there he is. Hummel on the move, he's certainly going to take a shot, but not before we take him out. And that was a completely ridiculous 1 versus 6, only 11 hit points. That was just ridiculous. I think our hero couldn't believe his luck either after this one for a while. And yet, here we are, with an ace tanker, Radley Walters, Kolobanov, Spartan, cool-headed steel wall, high caliber, and Top Gun result. With well over 3000 damage and 8 kills, we certainly did our part of the job. But special mention has to be made to the enemy team as well, who made all of this possible. As for the details, we fired a total of 24 shots in this match, however only managed to connect 16 of them, partially also due to the general inaccuracy of this gun. At the same time, our armor really did shine this time around, blocking 14 out of the 21 direct hits received, negating over 1000 damage, and most of it when it really did matter. Alright then, this was then our crazy carry in the A44. Special thanks to All In Before Arty for sending this one in too. You were absolutely right, this was definitely worth to watch. I hope you all think so as well, and if you do, thanks a lot for considering giving this a like or sharing it.